begin, I would like to say that I'm thankful for this opportunity. There are so many people in my school who submitted essays, and to be one of the top 3 is such a blessing. Community service activities are very important because, Community service activities are very important because involving yourself in the community allows you to gain more information on what's going on around you. Most of the time, many people are only participating in community service activities because of a mandatory number of hours in order to graduate. It is very rare to find students who just enjoy helping the community. A few years ago, approximately my junior high and my freshman year, I was found in that group of students who were only going to participate in community service activities in order to graduate. As I start to gain more information, as I start to gain more experience with volunteering, and I start to join more organizations at my high school, I really began to enjoy helping the community. One of the main reasons I fell in love with helping the community was because of my participation with Feeding the Homeless on Thanksgiving every year. At first, I was so skeptical about surrounding myself around so many strangers, but after seeing the smiles on those people's faces after receiving those meals from my mother and me was all I needed to be hooked on volunteering. It made me feel so good about myself to know that my actions were beneficial to others, and to know that I made someone else happy has allowed me to build my character and strengthen my confidence. There are so many people in this world who feel as if because so many people feed the homeless, their part is not needed. However, there are so many people in this city, in this state, and everyone else who is in need of help. Another reason volunteering became special to me was because of an organization provided by my high school, Central High School, by the name of Interact. Interact is a community service club that focuses on volunteering services in the Chattahoochee Valley. During the school year, we would take trips to many nonprofit organizations to give assistance to whatever is needed. We would visit places like the Salvation Army and the Feeding the Valley Food Bank. One of my personal favorites would be the Feeding the Valley Food Bank because many times Interact has packaged over 600 food boxes in a 3 to 4 hour time period, which totals over 6,000 pounds of food, which provides over 7,000 meals for people in the community. At the Salvation Army, Interact participates in the Angel Tree Project. This event helps organize clothing and toys for different age groups for the holidays. Interact participates in so many things throughout the whole entire school year. At times, we would just go help out at our local schools. Last school year, we took a trip to the Creekside Early Learning Center and the Phoenix City Early Learning Center to celebrate Halloween by reading Halloween-themed books to the children. Being in Interact is more than just gaining community service hours. It is a big eye-opener. It is a way to help the community all while enjoying yourself at the same time. With my luck, last school year, I was elected as president of this organization. The year before last, I was elected as secretary, so the advancement of leadership roles has allowed me to become a strong leader. Throughout high school, I have participated in several other community service activities, being in organizations like the Beta Club and participating in the annual DHR Halloween parties and the annual Help the Hooch event, and being in FBLA has allowed me to gain more and more experiences with volunteering. Volunteering has allowed me to become a better person and has allowed me to open up. To receive this scholarship will mean so much to me because it will contribute to my long-term goals. I'm wishing to attend the University of Tennessee, Knoxville in the fall of 2020 to major in psychology with a concentration of pre-dental. I always wanted to attend this school, and I know I will have to make arrangements with the out-of-state tuition and fees. To help myself a little bit, I've decided to work multiple jobs to support my future career. All my sources of income will help because over time, that money will build up. Because I believe in the importance of earning a college degree, I plan to be one of my family's first members to have a career. Further, this scholarship pushed me to strive even more. If I receive this award, not only would it allow me to boost my self-confidence, it would take a small burden off my shoulders financially and help me reach my future goals. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma Gross, and by the end of this speech, you will know that I want to be a writer for film, which makes me an excellent storyteller and makes me also really well at letting an audience visualize a story. So I want everyone to take a moment and think about something you get really excited about, like something that, gives you really excited, that maybe you really want, and that you just look forward to. Now, think about how that might not be able to happen, that you might not be able to get it. For me, that's college. I know it's something that I really, really want, but I'm painfully aware of all the obstacles to get there. College is a place for pursuing what you love and for new beginnings. And for me, I love film and writing. My freshman year of high school, I participated in the tech fair, and I ended up winning first place. And ever since I did that, I knew that I wanted to work in the film industry. When I found out that my job could be centered around a creative focus, I was really excited. And then I began to look at colleges with a really great film program, and that's when I came across the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. I instantly fell in love with them once I read about their filmmaking school, and especially loved them when I read about their major for screenwriting and how I'd be assigned a partner to work with throughout all the years. The school is very hands-on and believes in working as a team. Now, I started getting super nervous about this because not only was it an exciting experience I get to have, but it also costs money, and that's where scholarships come in. I believe I deserve a $1,000 scholarship from the Exchange Club because I believe the film industry is where my creative talents will be best put to use. Women in the film industry are typically considered a minority, and it's a very competitive field. And I also believe that women are discouraged from entering the film industry because of the lack of representation. I believe that the scholarship will help me to be very vocal in being a part of the change of letting women and other minorities be a part of this industry. Now, lastly, let's go back to that image that we realized that we really wanted, that thing that we really, really desired and was really looking excited for. Now, imagine that there was someone that'd be able to get you to achieve that. For me, that's all of you today. Thank you for hearing about and potentially impacting my dreams.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos San Pedro. I'm originally from Colombia, South America. Today I'm standing here to share with you how and why I ended up here. I was left as a 4-year-old to live with my grandparents to take care of me. My mother married a military guy and she moved to the US to live a new life. My father didn't want me in the first place. And he decided to stay away from my life completely. You see, I grew up in a very, very humble town where there is no many opportunities to be successful. I remember when I turned 10 years old, my grandparents came up to me and they told me that I needed to start working to bring a better income to the house. Because I was so young, I didn't understand why I was in that position, but I did understand that I had to do it. Every day after school, I was obligated to go to work with my grandfather in construction. It didn't matter that I was tired. It didn't matter that I had a bunch of schoolwork to do. But I did it because it was the right thing to do for my family, for the people that I love. However, just like the other kids in my town, I had a passion for something, and that something was soccer. You see, soccer represents a big impact on everybody in my community. It represents family and friendship. Those two things are very important. Playing soccer, I grew up with two of my best friends, Brian and Lucas. We went to the same school. We were in the same grade. Brian and Lucas growing up, they struggle a lot because their parents didn't have any interest in helping them. They were always working. And I feel like that's why they took the wrong path. They were hanging out with the wrong people. On November 14, 2015, Brian and Lucas were killed by a man who saw them stealing from his house the day before that. Multiple times, they steal from his house. It turns out that the man had mental problems. Brian was shot 3 times and he died instantly, while Lucas was shot once and he died on the way to the hospital. When I found out about this hurt me so much because I didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't get to say thank you for being there for me, for making me feel what a real friendship is supposed to be. Not knowing how to handle this at a very young age, I started doing drugs. I decided to not attend school or soccer practices. I decided going out with the wrong people, staying away from the good things. Therefore, my grandparents began to be very concerned about me. And they decided to talk to my mom. The woman who left me didn't care. With her husband, and they concluded that it was the best for me to move to America with them. I arrived in the United States in the summer of 2016. I knew it was gonna be hard because I needed to get used to a new culture, a new language. I was leaving my people. I was leaving my community, everything I knew, but I made an agreement to myself that I would take all my past and use it as a source of fuel and energy for my present and my future. Now, 4 years later, I can say everything is working out for me. I believe I am the representation of somebody who is willing to work hard for what they want. My goal is to attend college and major in something that will help people. I want to show people that there is always someone willing to help. The Exchange Scholarship is placed for that. The Exchange Scholarship is not only going to help me get what I want to be, it's going to help other people. It's going to provide enough source for me to help other people. It's gonna help me provide a better opportunity for those kids in my community, and it's going to provide a better future for them. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Maya de la Cruz, and I'm a senior at Smith Station. And I would like to tell you about an experience that I've had that's really helped me grow and learn more as a person. Last summer, I started volunteering at this organization called The Village, which is a foster care boutique that provides free clothing and furniture and food and anything that a foster family may need to foster their children. So it started off with me just kind of going through the clothes and helping out when needed, and I would come weekly and help organize and filter out what's good and bad. And one day, this family came in. It was a mom and her 2 foster children, and they were kind of looking through the clothes. There's a girl about 11 years old, and she seemed kind of like nervous, not really sure what to do. So I went over and like started helping her pick out some clothes, see what she might be interested in. And she picked out this one shirt, and it was a shirt that was mine, and I had donated to the organization. And she was super excited that she was getting these secondhand clothes and just overjoyed with like all that she could pick out. And her brother was going through the clothes too, asking, oh, what about this one? What about this one? And it was just really humbling to see that my shirt that I just kind of pushed to the side was something that she was grateful for, and it humbled me and it made me want to help more. So I began organizing and helping collect clothes myself in my neighborhood and my community, asking people for donations and for help, and I continue to work with them. And it's taught me that even if my job seems like it's small and insignificant, or I'm just doing something on a weekend, or it's actually making an impact, and I plan to continue this on with the rest of my life. It's instilled something very important to me, and I want to help others, and I want to be someone that is looked up to in the community and can help improve the community, leave it better than I found it. So I would like the scholarship to help with college, as I go on. College is very expensive, and any little thing can be helpful, and I would just like to thank you guys for being here and for giving us this opportunity, and I hope you all have a great day.
Good afternoon. You are all aware that you're different than your classmates, but you all have something that everybody doesn't have. And I firmly believe that God put that in you so you can help other people. And it's obvious from things that y'all have done, things that y'all are going to do, that y'all aren't taking that for granted. All the stuff going on in the world today, I was thinking about this on the drive over, because your peers look to you for leadership, because you have the brains that you have in your heads. It's extremely important that you go out and you experience other places and other things, and you educate yourself. When I say educate yourself, I don't mean just watch Fox, just watch CNN, just watch MSNBC. I mean educate yourself. Do research. Form your own opinions. That's the phase in your life that you're going into, where you're learning to think for yourselves. Your friends, family, parents, teachers have gotten you to the point that you are on the cusp of doing great things. Keep going on that. Keep doing the research. Keep learning. Keep helping. Once you've done all that, come back here and help our community as well. We need people like y'all back here. The things that y'all have said y'all have done and are going to do, we need those things here. So please, it's great if you go somewhere else and do great things. Awesome. Don't forget us when you go and achieve great things. Come back and help us. Thank you.
Today, our student of the quarter is Carlos San Pedro. What we have for you today is a certificate for winning today, and hope you'll be here at the end. For all of the students of the quarter will get to compete for the scholarship at the end. Okay? So thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much.
And thank all of y'all for coming and participating.